Hello everyone, this is a general tutorial about me rambling about the demo scene and API and stuff like that. Maybe you will get some useful information about this, maybe not, but let's see. Let's start by going over the demo scene. So if you have played the demo scene, you have seen that you can throw these balls that ignite things on flames and plants and stuff like that. So let's go over how that is done first. So there is basic weapon selection script which selects the spell you are using and then basically just draws the magic orb here to the direction where you aim with your hands, and then when the magic ball touches something, it spawns the impact game object with the effect class of your spell. So the impact then has the sphere ignite script that will actually do all the igniting. So when you have the impact in the scene, you can see this red ball. So it will ignite anything with the affected class. So it's that simple. So every time when magic orb touches something, it spawns just this impact, which has one script, which then manipulates the affected class. And so if I would say affected class would be the flame, it would ignite the flame and nothing else on the object. Okay, so that's the basic thing. But Magio also has some other ignition scripts in here. You have particle ignite, which you can read about in docs. If you have particle system made with Unity's basic particle system, you can ignite the effects with the particles and collisions, but it's actually pretty inefficient because you need to check collisions for each particle, and thus the raycast ignite and sphere ignite are better usually. And the raycast ignite, if you want to have a gun that shoots some raycast and then ignites something in flames or ice or something like that. And the sphere ignite is the basic thing which you should want to use, because you can do pretty much anything with the sphere ignite. Same thing with the nullify effects. And nullify is the same thing as extinguish. So if you want to extinguish the flames and stuff like that, you should use these scripts. It works exactly the same way as ignites, but in reverse. So okay, and let's have a look inside the sphere ignite. So if you do not want to use the repeating raycast, so you don't want it to ignite all the time, and you want to use the API, you can use the sphere ignite cast and just call that one, and it will do basically the same thing as it does every step. And if you do not want to use the ignite scripts, you can also call this Magio object effect, try to animate effect with the spread origin you want to have, and to add to animate progress. So to animate progress means how much time should be added to the animate progress, and if animate progress is smaller than the ignition time you have set in the object system, it basically does nothing until the level is reached. If you have left it to default 0, this doesn't matter. So try to animate effect, or if you want to test something out, animate from the center. And Magio has documentation, API documentation. So if you are looking for something specific, you should always check that out. And one more useful function is the set nullify area. So if you want to nullify the specific area with your own scripts, you can use this, the center and radius. So you can just call this effect then. And so few things then about the editing. You can multi-select or one select the effects. So multi-select like this, and you will edit actually all of the effects on chairs at the same time. That is a nice thing to have. You can also have these as prefabs, so you have the effects saved on the prefabs and then move them under this effect. So let's see. So I have the melt here. Maybe I can change the values like this and then save it as a prefab and add it under the Magio effects. So if you add it under the Magio effects, it actually doesn't do anything yet, but this says that there is one effect that is not linked to this object. So we can press link to the parent, and now it's linked, and you can use it straight away. So you can use the prefabs like that, or you can have the chair as a prefab. That's also a good practice to do. And then a few words about the properties. So important ones are the effect class, crawl speed, how fast the effect moves, does it spread to other objects, ignition time, fade out. You can always read about them like this. Hover on the label, and you also have some advanced things like max spread and how hard is it to nullify the object. So actually when you put this to 0, any single drop will nullify the whole object, and this means that you need to nullify the whole object before it starts to fade out. And you can add lights like this, and or enable event hooks like this. These are the basic Unity event. You can Google it by Unity event if you do not know what it is, and I guess that's all the important parts from here. So maybe one more thing. So you have seen that the fire can beat the plants, and the petrify can beat the flame. So how that is done, you can add those in the nullify rule set. So everything is specified here, or you can create your own nullify rule set. So this means melt beats basically everything, and flame beats grass, and the grass is being nullified 1 meter behind the flame. So the grass will burn for some time before it starts to fade out, for realism. And grass beats stone, stone beats flame, flame beats ice. Okay, you can find it here, or actually you can do your own nullifier rule set from here. And if you want to use Unity Terrain or Vegetation Studio Pro, you can do it here. You can adjust the performance here and always hover, so you know what it is doing, and try those out if you want. Okay, I think that's that. And if you enjoyed the video, good. If you didn't, why did you watch it? Yeah, have fun.